Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Rita Roy, CEO at the National Spine Health Foundation, and I'm your host for the Get Back to It podcast, where we tell real stories of healing and recovery. What does it mean to get back to it? It means overcoming injury through treatments that work in order to return to the people and activities you love, whatever that looks like for you. Get Back to It Minis. These are short stories of hope in 5 minutes or less to be enjoyed in quick breaks from the rhythms of your day to get you moving at work or home or wherever you are. I encourage you to stand, walk around, or do some simple stretches at your workspace and find encouragement in this 5-minute story of hope. Ready? Let's start. James McKnight had been a union electrician for 42 years at the time of his spinal injury, enjoying his work on the Golden Gate Bridge. At 60 years old, he'd experienced back pain and some sciatica from time to time, as most construction workers do. But in mid-2015, he was trying to pull some wire out of a conduit when he felt a pop in his lower back. There was some immediate pain, but he had no idea of the extent of the injury at that time. When he could barely get out of bed the next morning, he went to work, reported the injury, and was sent to a nurse practitioner who gave him some pain medication, said he should rest for a week or so, and to come back and see her in 2 weeks. The pain continued to worsen, and when he returned to the doctor, they ordered an MRI to better evaluate his condition. James was diagnosed with a herniated disc and was sent to see a spine surgeon for further analysis. At first, he started walking every day, building up to about 4 miles a day and taking pain medication at night to sleep. He was instructed to start physical therapy, but after the second day, he just about crawled back to his car. From there, everything got worse and even more painful. He could no longer stand up straight, and when he turned sideways or raised his arms above his shoulders, he could not stand the pain. He was taking pain medication every 6 hours with little relief. With his condition worsening, he could not lay flat in his bed and was only comfortable in a recliner in a sitting position with his feet up. He stayed like this, hoping to get better for a few months, but he didn't. He decided it was time to get a second opinion. While looking for a spine surgeon in his area, he found a doctor that seemed promising. He called the doctor's office, explained his condition, and was able to set up an appointment that day. When he came in for the appointment, his doctor looked at the MRI, brought his laptop over to James to show the ruptured disc and the disc material that was kicking his spinal cord. The doctor explained that in order to live a normal life again, the obstruction from his spine needed to be removed. James was really scared of what his life was like at that point and wondered if being crippled in retirement was what would be in store for him. His doctor reassured him that he could fix him up and told him, "This is like having a rock in your shoe, and the sooner we take it out, the sooner you can get back to normal." He had surgery in August 2015, and without a doubt, it was one of the best decisions of his entire life. His doctor performed a laminotomy with a microdiscectomy between the L3-L4 vertebrae. As he awoke after surgery, his doctor was in the recovery room with him and asked, "Do you think you can stand up?" James said in disbelief, "Right now?" The doctor replied, "Yes, let's see how we did." He proceeded to help James get his legs on the floor, and for the first time in 5 months, James stood up straight. The doctor asked him to try and touch the ceiling, and when he raised his arms over his head, he knew he was going to be all right. His doctor smiled and said, "That's great." James is so thankful for his doctor and that he was able to find him in his time of need. Recovery is painful for the first 2 weeks, but his doctor gave him enough medication to keep him comfortable. After 2 weeks, he started walking every day, and by 4 weeks, he was walking nearly 5 miles a day. At 5 weeks, his doctor started him in physical therapy, which went a lot better than it ever had before. 3 months after surgery, he was back at his job as an electrician on the Golden Gate, climbing, running pipe underneath, and even hiking the main cables. James's advice to others is, don't wait until you're totally incapacitated to get help, and get a second opinion if needed. Well, that is some good advice from James, and I hope you enjoyed your stretch break. I know I stretched out my neck and wrists while sitting right here at my desk, because movement in your day-to-day helps keep your spine healthier in the long run. At the National Spine Health Foundation, something we believe in most is providing hope for recovery through sharing stories of success. It isn't always easy to find someone to relate to, even though 100 million adults suffer from neck or low back pain every year. To hear more stories of recovery and access additional educational materials about spine health, visit us at spinehealth.org. If you're interested in supporting our show financially, you can contribute at the link provided. Thank you for listening.